In the previous examples, we looked at how to write into a list and then print out the values by listing every single point. And even though we made the code smaller for where we are inputting values, our output remained the same. To make our output less tedious, and also if there are multiple, because we only have 3 nodes, we only have 3, 7, and 12. But if we were to have hundreds, it would be a lot harder to print everything. We would have to write out everything. And so to do this, we can use a loop with our output. We can copy this code from the last example, and for here what we're doing is we have our ListNode class right here, and we are just putting these into our ListNode 3, 7, and 12, and then we are outputting the results here. This is what our output looks like, 3, 7, and 12. Now if we want to write it a different way, we can comment this out, and we can use a while loop, and we'll have while, and we'll leave it empty for now, because what we have to do is store, we have to make a temporary value to store this list, because we don't want to edit this list. If we edit this list and we lose one of the values, it's gone forever. It's not stored like an array list because of Java's automatic garbage collector. It'll scrap that index value. So what we need to do is make a new list node, and we can call it anything we want, but current is conventional, and set it equal to list. And we can do, well, current does not equal null, we will be in our loop. And so we have to have a stop statement. So what we're going to do is, well, first we need to output our results. So we are going to have sysout, and then we are going to output our list. We're going to output the values in our list. So if we look back at our ListNode class, we see that the data is stored in, or our values are stored in data. So what we need to do is do list dot data. Actually, we need to do current dot data, because we are looking at these values, and current is what we're going to be incrementing. If we did list dot data, it would just output the first value of the list. So we can actually try that. So if we go list dot data right here, and then to break out of the loop, to increment up through the loop, we're going to do current is equal to current dot next. And what this is basically saying is it's going to start out with, so list is going to equal current. Current is going to have all of list values. So currently this is 3, 7, and 12 is going to be stored in current. And while current does not equal null, then this while loop is going to keep running. And at the end of our loop, our current is going to be set to our next value. So the first time we go through the loop, it's going to be 3. And the next time it's going to be set to 7. And the next time it'll be set to 12. And then the next time it'll check it, it'll be null. So the loop will stop. If we run this, we're going to get 333. And that is because we did list.data. And that means it's only looking at this first one. If we do list.next.data, we're going to get 7 because that's the next value. But what we want is the values 3, 7, and 12 printed out here. So we can't do list because that's not being incremented right here. We need to do current because that is what's being incremented. And if we output that, it's going to be 3, 7, and 12, and 0. The reason why this last part is 0 is because we're doing while current does not equal null. So it's going to run and run and run, and it's still going to run when we have our next value as null. If we want it to run before it hits null, we have to do current.next does not equal to null. And if we run that, we can see we have 3, 7, and 12. So those are those values. And if we output this, we can see that we did not change our list. So these are our list values, and these are our temporary values that we've outputted.